when I pretended to be unaffected by the stupid people questioning me. But in reality, I did it all intentionally. It made you think I give in to the pressure and leave. It made you think I give in to depression and bleed. I'm making an enemy of anybody threatening me, and I'm the one who determines who I am destined to be. This is my legacy. Life or death to me. It's like the air I breathe, and you can suffocate me now. You can't burn my empire, but you still drown. No. You can play God, but you can't kill my legacy. It's life or death to me.
Welcome everyone to sunny Dallas, Texas. We are live from the brand new Legacy Arena, and what a beaut it is. I'm Doc Mitchell alongside my co-host, as always, Sparks. And Sparks, we have quite the main event tonight, a rematch from 1 week ago, as the brand new Lone Star champion, Evelyn Parker, will take on the Silencer, Shaga. That match is later tonight. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Jamestown, North Dakota, weighing in at 213 pounds, Player 1, Draven Pax. Our opening contest here sees Player 1, Draven Pax, making his way down. A man who takes gaming perhaps a bit too seriously, but his in-ring work has shown time and again he takes those video game skills very seriously. Are those cat ears on his head? Look, the modern internet culture, specifically the gaming culture, can be a little bit strange. Do not question the man. Let's be real, he probably has a Twitch following who really want to see him in cat ears. I do not understand the internet space these days, man. Sometimes neither do I. But Player 1 looking to level up his skills here against a very formidable opponent tonight, Kane Cameron. And his opponent, from Denver, Colorado, weighing in at 249 pounds, he is the United States Champion, the Rottweiler, Kane Cameron! Let loose the dogs of war, as well as our brand new United States Champion, Kane Cameron, coming down to assert his dominance over what he calls his yard. This little gamer twink is about to get his asshole ripped apart, isn't he? That is a very gross description, but you know what? You're not entirely wrong. That is exactly what's going to happen. Kane Cameron, fresh off his win of the U.S. title in that brutal ladder match, is no doubt going to put this gamer down. I believe we are dealing with a super boss level here for Player 1. I do not envy his choices. As this matchup gets underway here, Cameron immediately trying to assert dominance here with a body squeeze of sorts from behind. And you have to think, this is the very first, we're coming to you right back from Legacy. This is our first broadcast of Legacy. You gotta think everyone on this show tonight is here to show their stuff, to make sure everyone from the audience here watching to those watching at home know who you are. And Cameron is going to show everyone exactly who he is as the brutal dog of war, the Rottweiler that he is. Look, to anyone out there who's thinking of getting into this ring, especially against someone like Cameron, you understand you are nothing but a chew toy, a bone for this man to snack on. An apt description, I suppose. Cameron quickly locking him into this, a torture rack. Got him locked in a torture rack, but not quite enough. Pax able to break out of it with a few back elbow shots. Now player one looking to try to assert some form of control here, jockeying for position with the Rottweiler. That is a poor decision as he is tossed aside. Tied up once more here. What can we see next? And Pax managing to show off some strength. Perhaps finding himself a power-up of sorts. Super kick to the face! And a moonsault off the middle rope. Pax is starting to move, showing off his speed. 2 count only.
Speed will only get you so far. In the grand scheme of things, if you can't hit hard, you ain't hitting good.
Maybe so here. What's he going for? Off the ropes. Leg drop! Guillotine leg drop from the middle rope. Very impressive maneuver by Draven, who's now trying to wear down the Mad Dog, Kane Cameron. Senton attempt did not get it. Completely whiffed there.
You are on a global stage, you're gonna be whiffing moves. I mean, look at that, he just missed another drop kick. Is this guy even a wrestler, or is he just out here to have fun?
You know, I don't really know. Hard to say on that one, but I can tell you right now, from what I've seen before, I have seen previous matches of Pax. He's not a pushover by any means, but he is in the ring with what might be one of the most dominant forces IDW has conjured in some time. Kane Cameron with a double axe handle. Now, what is he thinking here? Oh my god! Oh, good lord! Back clubbing shots to the back of Pax's head.
That is how you assert dominance.
True enough, good lord. And now sitting into a deep camel clutch, really sinking it in here. Kane Cameron exercising complete control over his opponents out there tonight. This is vicious to watch. Elbow drop! Right to the center of the chest. And Pax with just a out-of-the-gate clothesline, trying to perhaps lower Kane's guard, who doesn't even get a 1 count though. A sneak attack will only get you so far. Drops him. What is player one thinking here? He's got to revise his tactics. Shot to the back. Moonsault once again, showing off once again his agility. 1, 2, not even a 2 count.
All that flippy-dippy nonsense ain't gonna get you anywhere against a real monster.
Sidewalk slam by Cameron. You could be right there. All the finesse, all the agility in the world isn't going to matter when you're up against a brick wall like Cameron. Now this drop right on the mask. And you see the howl. Cameron is howling. He is ready to put this away already. He looks like, I wouldn't call it serene. He's clearly not happy with what he's doing right now, but he definitely looks ready. As soon as he gets in the ring here, he is caught. Caught right away. Oh, driver! This one's over. 2. No! Wow! I'm guessing Pax had a second life because he is still in this fight somehow. Cameron top rope, body splash! And a kip up from Pax, who immediately gets caught once again. No hope for him. Went for something, didn't get it. Pax able to avoid. Now got him hooked. Power slam! And another moonsault. This is the 3rd springboard moonsault. 1 count only.
Alright, this game of Twix got more in him than I thought, but he's still up against a brick wall.
And no amount of pixels are going to help you against a brick wall like that. What's it? Oh, God! Caution to the wind, just throwing his whole body into Cameron. 1, 2, not quite. A good attempt, though, throwing everything he had, quite literally his body and all. And now looking for it. He's got him down. Reality check. The reality check, that kick right to the side of the jaw, and still not enough to put Cameron away. You start to see the welts forming on Pax. The damage he has sustained so far. Off the ropes! Oh, his body. Now, elbow drop. Pax is moving.
He's moving, but he ain't getting much out of it.
True enough, Cameron's still on his feet, still able to keep fighting. Off the ropes goes Pax, and now what does the Rottweiler have in store? U.S. champ stalking his prey to the outside here. This is not a no DQ match. These guys got to get back in the ring or risk a count out. And just beeling him into the ring apron. Yikes. Now Cameron calling him up. What does he have in mind here? This dog's flying!
The Rottweiler turned into Air Bud out there.
Sort of, yeah. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen Cameron fly like that before, but desperate times call for desperate measures, I suppose. Cameron showing off a lot of his offense tonight, getting Draven back into the ring. Ref into a count of 3 here. What is Cameron thinking now? Calling for him to get back up again. We could see him fly one more time. Double axe handle! Right to the top of the head. 1, 2, not quite. Still able to kick out is Pax, who is still alive, but perhaps on his last health bar as he is struggling against the Rottweiler. Roll up here, rope break immediately. Not gonna work this time. Shoulder tackle sends Pax to the outside.
Cameron has held firm control of this match for the last 3 minutes.
True enough, shortly after the reality check, it seemed like that's exactly what Kane needed, as he has had firm control of this match ever since. Over. Jumping knee. Now once again calling him up. What does he have in mind at this point? What do you even do? On my shoulder, no. Pax able to break out of it. And you see there Pax wearing the wounds of this match. Senton attempt again. Whiffed completely. It's sad to see that, frankly. Up on his shoulders again. Snake eyes in the corner. Cameron almost feels like he's just enjoying himself out there. This is just a leisurely stroll for him. Shoulder tackle! Diving, shoulder tackle. Goes for the cover off it. 1, 2, not quite. Still alive is Draven. Pax taking pages from GLaDOS, perhaps. Roll through. What is Cameron doing? What the? Whoa!
That is the explosive power of Cameron.
I mean, yeah, what is he doing? The man is just going. I have not seen any of this from Cameron before. I am genuinely stunned by what I'm looking at right now. Tried to go for something in the corner, didn't quite get it. Pax now trying to get some sort of offense going. Got him in the corner. What's he thinking here? Sunset flip! Doesn't go for the pin off it, though. Instead, trying for something else here, seeing if he can't wear down the dog. Now shot to the gut, and these two men are going for a shot exchange. A poor decision against someone like Cameron. I don't know if Pax has enough strength to handle this, but he's managing well enough, blocking shots. Cameron swinging as best he can here. Shot to the face. Chop by Pax. Kane's calling for more. He's calling for more. He wants more. And so does Pax. Both these men want more. Neither of them are giving in at this point. And Kane first to respond. Off the ropes. Pop-up powerbomb. 1, 2, 3.
Game, set, match for Pax.
True enough, despite calling for it, despite saying he could keep going, Kane Cameron decided to put this away with a definitive powerbomb. But take nothing away from Pax. Let's just look at this move one more time. This was just impressive to look at. the skill needed to do that. Despite all his missed moves, that was an impressive maneuver on its own. We saw this as well. Big elbow drop from Cameron. And despite all of Pax's efforts, Cameron had this firmly in the bag, starting right here. This devastating pile driver. I thought that would have been it right then and there, but somehow the man had a second life and was able to keep going. But the United States champion showing us once again that he is a dominant, if not the dominant force here, despite everything Pax tried. Even this, just throwing himself into Cameron at full force was not enough to put the Mad Dog down.
Look, you try fighting a steel wall with a small pebble, and you tell me how well that works out. This man was doomed from the start. Everything he was doing was pure nonsense.
Maybe so, but still, Cameron pulls out the win after that emphatic powerbomb, which we should see here shortly. Here it is, right here, off the ropes. Boom! Just devastating powerbomb that just rocked him. And the U.S. champion stands tall once again.
Cameron! Another bone fed to the yard.
Truer words have never been spoken. Here we see the blonde bombshell Evelyn Parker making her way into the arena. She'll be featured in our main event tonight, but first, another women's match. Kia Silver takes on ASJ. That's next.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Manhattan, New York, Kia Silver!
A woman who can throw her weight around as well as other people's weight. This is a woman's woman.
Really, Sparks, I would not expect you to be a fan of Kia Silver.
Why, you think I'm some kind of misogynist?
I mean, you are. Let's be real, you are, but Kia Silver is a promising prospect here in IDW. A woman with a kind heart, but who's not afraid to get down and dirty when the time comes for it. This woman will beat the crap out of you just as much as she'll give you a warm hug afterwards. Kia Silver in her first televised match here in IDW, taking on ASJ, Samantha Jessica. It's going to be an interesting match, to say the least.
This cowgirl's gonna get squashed.
Got mud on her boots and a smile on her face. She's the queen of the county, loves the thrill of the race with her hair in
And her opponent, from Claremore, Oklahoma, Samantha Jessica, ASJ!
ASJ making her way down for her first televised match in IDW as well. And as far as competitors go, I mean, you can't say no to this woman. She is just a plucky bit of fresh air.
Look, she may be fine outside the ring. She may be fine looking, but let's be real. She is in the ring with someone who is going to kick her ass.
I mean, the weight disparity is, of course, very much so here. We're dealing with two people with, you know, ASJ is dealing with someone who's twice her weight at least. But if David and Goliath have proven anything, small size can sometimes mean a bigger strength. Okay. Kia Silver opening the match with a vicious right hook, just dropping ASJ immediately. Oh boy, talk about an uphill battle. And ASJ trying to go for the same thing, but Silver quickly just gets back on her feet. She doesn't seem to care at all, pushing her aside and using her weight to knock down the cowgirl. Now showing off power, deadlifting into a military press. That is power.
That's exactly what I want to see. This woman exercising her control.
Ow, good lord, rapid curve stomps to the back, holding the arms no less. Like I said, Kia Silver not afraid to be more brutal in the ring. Once the bell rings, she is willing to be as brutal as she needs to be, despite her kinder heart, and another vicious curve stomp, leaving ASJ on the ground. You gotta think, for both these women, being their first televised matchup, they want to make an amazing impression. They want to make a good first impression to the entire crowd here. ASJ again going for any offense she can. Kia Silver quickly putting a stop to a spine buster. Silver is having her way with the cowgirl. Off the ropes, bowling senton. Good lord. And now, second time tonight, we're getting a torture rack.
Is tonight just torture rack appreciation night?
Maybe? I mean, it's weird that 2 matches in a row featured it, but we'll do what we can. Now ASJ trying perhaps to square up to Kia Silver in a strike exchange. This is not a good idea for someone who's been taking this much of a beating. 2 women at a standstill here. ASJ, unable to get any offense in. ASJ is struggling out there to even get the basics. A clothesline from Silver drops the cowgirl. 1 count only. Amanda Samantha Jessica has more in her than we thought.
This cowgirl may be able to wrangle some bulls, but Kia Silver's the kind of bull you cannot wrangle.
I mean, you can try your best, but I don't know how that's going to work out for you. Leg drop onto the elbow. Ow. That is going to hurt in the morning. And Kia Silver is clearly feeling it. She is pumped for this match. ASJ once again trying her best to get any offense in. And Kia Silver just absorbing every blow dealt without any semblance of worry. ASJ finally getting something in a backbreaker. Finally gets some offense in with a backbreaker. Now got her down with some stomps. Cowgirl finally starting to rally a bit here, trying to get what she can. Face first goes Silver. Now starting to feel it. She's starting to get pumped up. Off the ropes. Didn't go for anything though.
Bad time and bad position, all things you need to understand when dealing with Kia Silver. This ain't some normal-ass woman. She is a unit.
Another leg drop to that arm, and you're not wrong. This woman is the definition of a unit. ASJ just trying to wear her down with stomps anywhere she can, trying to take the legs out of the bigger woman. She can't stand well. She's not going to be able to get any of her power off. Double axe handle right towards the chest. That'd be something here. She's going for something else now. Setting her up. What is she envisioning here? Moving slowly after all the damage she's taken thus far. Off the ropes and a drop kick to the back.
It's like watching a squirrel try to take out a lion.
Single leg Boston Crab doesn't even get it for very long. Once again trying to wear down the legs of Kia Silver. Now Moses her into the corner. This could be a bad place for the cowgirl. Brutal headbutt, just dragging her into the corner. We mentioned Kia's not afraid to throw her weight around. Well, this is exactly what we mean. Bonsai drop! And just sitting comfortably. 2, not quite. ASJ managing to kick out somehow of that maneuver. Silver now to the top rope, but not a place you expect her to be. Moonsault! Huge moonsault! 1, 2, not enough! The cowgirl showing that country grit. But holy hell. Went for a clothesline, ASJ able to get out of it. Now the cowgirl looking to rally perhaps, trying to see what she can do. cross body to the floor. Meteora again showing off an impressive series of maneuvers. Is ASJ trying to keep the bigger woman down? I'm still in awe at that moonsault. That was impressive.
A woman of Kia's size should not be able to move that deftly in the air.
You know, you're not wrong. ASJ now trying everything she can here, seeing what she can get away with. Try for something. Got hooked in a scoop slam by Kia. Once again, though, ASJ still on her feet, still looking fired up. What is she thinking now? In the corner. ASJ looking for something, trying to rally. Back elbow. Now putting the boots, those leather cowboy boots, right into the chest of Kia. She's trying to go for whatever it is she can at this point. Drop kick right to the floor. Seated drop kick. Glancing blow. Now both women trying everything they've got here. Power bomb attempt. This could be nasty. Face first into the corner. Now returning the favor, pressing the boot into the neck of the cowgirl. Kia's looking to rally. She is looking pumped. But ASJ rolls her up. Got her in a roll up. 1, 2, 3. She stole it. She snuck this.
You have got to be kidding me. There is no way that little twink beat Kia Silver.
Refs count as final sparks. That is a 1, 2, and 3 off a roll-up. Innovative and experimental, but it worked fantastic despite the offense. Let's see this one more time here. This could have been it right here alone. All this weight crushing the sternum. The bonsai drop is a devastating maneuver seen countless times over, and yet ASJ managing to survive briefly, as well as this moonsault from a woman of that size is bonkers to me. And still, ASJ survived, showing off a lot of that tenacity and grit, as she was shown here with this expert Meteora to the floor. Brutal maneuvering. But in the end, it was a roll-up, a strategic roll-up that managed to win the day. This looked nasty too right here. Just boom! Face first into that turnbuckle. But despite it all, ASJ did not back down. Right here, this roll-up, unable to get herself out of it, and ASJ snuck the win.
Here is your winner, ASJ!
This is far from over from these two women. I can feel this is going to keep going for a while yet. Kia is not going to let that stand. An emphatic, if sneaky win for ASJ, but don't go anywhere. We have tag team action up there next as Team Caffeine takes on the unique team of Yamashita and Goro known as Raikiri. That match is next.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, at a combined weight of 512 pounds, Red and Rock, Team Caffeine!
You have to imagine these two are upset after losing their belts last week, but they will get another opportunity to get them back at the end of the month at Cell Block. But tonight, a new team stands in their way as they deal with Yamashita and his disciple Goro in the team known as Raikiri.
Are these guys really down that bad with totem poles they gotta deal with Yamashita of all people?
Hey, do not disrespect him. He's a former world champion, former international champion. Man knows his stuff.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 434 pounds, the team of Yamashita and Goro Raikiri!
Raikiri meaning lightning cutter. Yamashita believes that is the future of his disciple Goro, hoping to instill his own brand of, mentorship, of knowledge, teaching him how to become the future of this business and to become the next big star to hail from Japan.
Okay, look, you have mentioned Yamashita's accomplishments. I do not want to discredit the man, but he has not won jack shit in like 7 years. He may have been hot shit once, but he is not that anymore.
Still, he knows his stuff. He is by no means a bad competitor, and thus he's trying to pass on his knowledge to the next generation in Goro, who he believes to be the future of this business, at least. This matchup gets underway. What a spin kick by Red. An immensely impressive spin kick, dropping Yamashita immediately, who responds with a jumping back elbow. And the former international and world champion going to work immediately, sending him into his corner to tag in Goro. The two men battling him in the corner. Pump kick. Splash, showing impressive tag team work already for their first televised match. These two are already primed and ready. Springboard elbow. Now another one right to the gut. And Goro making a good first impression at least.
I don't know if I call it a good impression. He's certainly making a fast one. This guy looks too young, too inexperienced.
Well, that's why he's with Yamashita, to have that experience. Neck crank kick. Yikes. Went for an elbow drop, didn't get it. Red getting out of the way. Now Yamashita once again trying to get to work. Tags Goro in one more time here.
Gut punch.
A similar move used by the Alpha Armada last week, almost just as an insult to the people who lost their tag titles. Red has been taking a lot of punishment. He needs to get to his corner as soon as possible. Quickly breaks out of it now, delivering some shots to Goro in the corner. Running up, double knees to the spine.
Welcome to the big times, kid. You're gonna deal in the tag division. You're dealing with experts like Team Caffeine.
True enough, into the corner. Spear by Rock. Body splash by Red, throwing him in. Rock, belly suplex, showing their own tag team acumen. Goro still with enough wherewithal to get out of it with a gut kick and a Hurricane Rana to prevent the powerbomb attempt. Goro is like a little lightning bolt running around here. Rock quick to try and put a dampen on it, acting like the grounding to stop the lightning bolt. Just shot after shot in the corner. Yamashita unable to do much of anything to stop this. Snake Eyes in the corner. Only a one count. Yamashita gets out to block the count. Per the rules and regulations of IDW, however, he cannot enter the ring again until he is tagged in. We've had some issues in the past where, tag team matches tended to go on forever because people kept interfering in the match.
God, those lasted forever. We'd be dealing with an hour-long match where neither team wanted to lose because they kept getting in the ring.
And that's why J.G. Coulter made the production that he did. He made the decision to change the ruling. A tag team member can only enter the ring once when they are not the legal man. Otherwise, they will disqualify their team permanently. As a result, Yamashita is now stuck on the outside for now, unable to help his friend Goro. Unless he is tagged in, which might happen right here. Rock sent into the corner. Goro tried to go for a tag, but Rock quickly breaking out of whatever they were trying to do. Second time this attempt here. Tag made. Yamashita's back in. Now they're sending him off the ropes here. Double back elbow. Now just brawling on the outside here. Ooh, atomic drop. The atomic drop, knee right to the tailbone. Rock dropping with a clothesline, not letting him get any of that offense off. Count of 4 by the ref here. They've got to get back in the ring ASAP. Count of 5. Power bomb to the floor. Count out win is the last thing we need after the roll-up win we had earlier. Tossing him aside. Count of 8. What is going to happen now? Count of 9. Yamashita's got to get back in. And trying to go after Gordo, but Gordo responds in time. This match continues right at the count of 10. Yamashita power slam. Floats right into the cover. 1 count only.
A team like Team Caffeine are far too experienced to be beaten by something like that.
Yamashita going for a desperate diving clothesline. Could not make it across the entire ring. Gets punished for it. 1 count only. Both these teams are remarkably fresh in this contest. Body splash by Red. You gotta think though, with both these teams the way they are, you have to think that you have a lot of experience in this ring. I mean, Team Caffeine and Yamashita have been around for almost the same amount of time. If not, Yamashita is a little bit more their successor. Ooh! Draping double accent along the spine. But then you have someone like Goro, someone who is fresh, who's completely new to IDW, who hasn't had those big championship moments, those big times to shine. And he's just trying to find his way here. He's just trying to figure out what he can do at this point as he gets tagged in here by his tag partner and mentor. And he seems to be fired up. He seems to be ready for something. He gets caught taunting a little too much. Showboating too much in IDW will cost you.
Ain't that rule 1 of our playbook? No taunting?
Well, it's not really a rule, it's not a regulation, you know. Taunting is bound to get you hurt. That's just how it works in this business, sadly. Frog splash from a springboard. Very well done, and another one. Red is throwing his body around as if it does not matter to him. Anything to get the win, Enzigiri. Cover's made here. 1, 2, not quite. Yamashita broke up the count at 2. Once again, rules and regs state he cannot enter the ring again. Now, what is Red thinking here? Showing off a little bit. Drop kick in the corner.
Only when you have your opponent grounded, when you've got him in control, are you allowed to taunt even a little. Because then you know, that's how you know from the bottom of your heart that you've got this in the bag.
There's some truth to that, Sparks. Tag made. Got him hooked. The espresso shot. The espresso shot lands. 1, 2, 3.
Thanks for coming, kid, but tonight is not your cup of coffee.
Clever wording there, Sparks, but you're not wrong there. Well, Yamashita and Goro put in everything they had. Goro's inexperience and Yamashita's desperation to protect his teammate ultimately lost the match. Despite that, though, we saw some impressive maneuvering here. The two of them clearly showing good work as a tag team. Perhaps in the future, when Goro is a little more experienced, these two might just earn themselves a tag title opportunity.
I seriously doubt that. These two do not scream tag team title winners.
Here we see again that tag team work shown off by Team Caffeine. Brothers in arms from the day they arrived here. Time and again, they showed just what they were capable of. Here we see this as well, this nice draping double axe handle. And eventually, it must be said, these two know tag team work better than anyone else. They are the most pure tag team in the division, bar none. Despite everything Yamashita could have passed on to Goro, as I said, his inexperience cost him. And right here, the exclamation point to end this match. The espresso shot delivered perfectly by the two men, all ending this match.
Here are your winners, Team Caffeine!
And you know know the Alpha Armada are watching right now, planning their defense at the end of the month. The second half of our main event, the Silencer, making their way into the arena. We have more women's action still to come as the perfect event, Vivi, takes on the own all heiress, Kathy Bucks. That match is next.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Orlando, Florida, Vivi!
The self-proclaimed perfect event, Vivi, making her way down. The Florida native prides herself on performing a perfect performance every single night.
I'm just gonna say it right now, we're dealing with a battle of two blue-haired babes, and this is gonna be good.
Can you not be creepy just for one night, Sparks? Seriously. But I suppose you're right, both of them do have blue hair, though I'm led to believe Vivi's is natural while Kathy's is not.
And her opponent, from Cityville, USA, Kathy Bucks.
Daughter of the entrepreneurial Austin Bucks, heiress to the Own All Corporation, Kathy Bucks, making her way down here. If money grew on trees, well, this is the woman who would harvest it.
And look, money makes the world go round. Let's be real, half the politicians are just bribed off assholes.
Maybe so, but Kathy Bucks has bribed herself into the IDW roster and has opted to try and take it as part of Austin Bucks' Own All Corporation. She hopes to make it her own as well.
I mean, good luck with that. Realistically, good luck with that.
She does have quite the competition in front of her with the perfect event, Vivi. We'll see how these two play off, and Kathy immediately trying to show off with a cartwheel. Poor decision at the very beginning of the match. Vivi with a drop kick right to the face. Here you're going to see it a bit more of, like, I'd say both these women are showmans. Kick to the side of the head. Rocking her, probably getting rid of her equilibrium there for a minute. But you're dealing with two women who are both showmen. They are both showgirls, essentially. Vivi wants to prove she is perfect, that she can perform perfectly every time, whereas Kathy just wants to show off because that's just her personality. Speaking of which, body roll here, using her legs, using those shapely legs, only a one count though. I mean, you gotta give her one thing, at least she's looking fashionable while she's in the ring.
Exactly, no one is gonna tell her she can't look gorgeous.
Kathy now got her on the top rope. What is she thinking here? And a battle on the top turnbuckle. This is not a safe place to be. Back elbows, rapid back elbows by Bucks. What is she thinking up there? Poison Rana! Crowd chanting, "This is awesome," and what an awesome first show of Legacy it has been so far. We have seen quite a bit, and that was very impressive. German suplex by Vivi. The women's roster, man, I'm at a loss for words. The women's roster this year is probably the most diverse and impressive it has been so far. We've seen so much of it already tonight. With these two, Kia Silver, ASJ, and still to come, we still have Parker and Shaga to show off their talents. The women's roster is nothing short of amazing in my eyes. Moonsault by Bucks! Covered one, only a one count, sadly.
The women's roster is a perfect blend of power, grace, beauty, and skill. It is a marvel to watch every single night.
Shoulder tackle by Vivi, stopping Bucks in her tracks. Now Vivi looking to try something else here, looking to gauge some favor from the crowd. Diving DDT from the top rope to the floor. I mean, that's got to be at least 15 feet. Spiking Bucks on her perfectly manicured head.
Do you get a manicure for your nails, not your head?
That's kind of my point. At this point, Bucks would find a way to do it, let's be real. She has the money, she'd figure out a way to do it. Count of 3 now by the ref. Both women need to get back in the ring. Vivi doing a good job getting her in the ring quickly before even the count of 4 is levied. Now both women struggling to make anything happen. Vivi calling her up here. What could she be trying from here? Drop kick once again. That perfect drop kick across the face. That was a bit of a long one. Body splash. Didn't get it. She was a little off her game.
But someone who claims to be perfect, that was a pretty bad botch.
Oh, don't use that term. Come on now. Trying to stretch out the legs of Bucks. Vivi doing her homework on the own all stomp. Went for a Meteora, didn't get it. Spinning heel kick by Bucks. I have to wonder if that hurts any harder with the heels on, but it's hard to say. Vivi's still able to get up at a count of 2. Off the top rope and a moonsault. Impressive agility for the heiress. Now, what is Bucks thinking now? Got her into the ropes here. Stun her into the middle rope. Clearly taking some pages from popular competitors. She's seen what works and is using it for her own. Vivi back into the ring here. Bucks gets on her shoulder. Shoulder breaker! Missed knee drop, unfortunate. Drop kick attempt missed again. The perfect event may not be as perfect. She may be frazzled following that vicious poison Rana earlier from the top rope.
You said before, Vivi lacks a perfect performance. A poison Rana like that is not in her forte. That's not in her simulation. She's gonna get frazzled easy.
A little underhook. Backbreaker. Impressive maneuver by Vivi. Bucks back to her feet. Avoids whatever Vivi was doing. Bucks now trying to go up to the top rope herself here. Vivi, though, right there to stop her. These women are going back and forth in the best possible way here. Armbar applied. Armbars trying to submit the heiress. And Bucks managing to worm around it. Forearm strikes to get out of the armbar attempt. Now's got her hooked down, trying to just go for a side headlock, wrenching on the hair, it looks like almost, trying to wrench the hair. And another moonsault, picture perfect on the moonsaults. 1, 2, not quite.
As long as the ref doesn't count you, it doesn't matter. Do all the illegal crap you want, as long as you're not getting caught.
That is a horrible piece of advice. Please, no one at home take that advice. That is bad advice. Now, Bucks, what is she thinking? Here, slamming her face first, using her knees. An impressive maneuver. And yet still not enough to get Vivi. You can see she is frustrated. The heiress throwing a bit of a temper tantrum.
I mean, would you not also be angry? You just threw one of your best moves and she just gets out of it like that?
Still, I mean, that was a full-blown, like, childish temper tantrum. One I don't think is becoming of a up-and-coming wrestler. Bucks, own all stop! The own all stop. 1, 2, not enough. Vivi still able to escape. Moonsault again, doesn't get it. hear the crowd chanting women's wrestling, and that is exactly what we are witnessing. The women's wrestling division doing what it does best, and that is inspire and awestruck us every single time. Knee right to the face by Vivi. Both of these women just showing everything they've got. And Vivi looking to show us what she can do here. Perfect event Pele kick. 1, 2, no! Bucks gets out of it.
We are looking at two future world champions right here. No ifs, ands, or buts.
You could be right, honestly. Drop kick in the corner looked brutal. But you could be very right, Sparks. We are looking at two potential future world champions. And neither one is giving up even an inch. Another one of those trademark drop kicks by Vivi. Double axe handle from the middle rope. You can tell Vivi's getting frustrated as well. She's just pulling out whatever she can here. Another armbar attempt. Trying to force the heiress to submit. Kathy Bucks locked in this for a while, but doesn't submit. Instead, rushes in for a Hurricane Rana. This match is far from over, I can tell. Both these women are not quite done yet. Trying to take a breather, perhaps. Vivi does not allow it with a European uppercut. Trying to take a breather in the middle of the match is a bold move. Drop kick attempt again. Doesn't get it. This match is so fast, I am struggling to commentate.
Both these women know what this means. This is the first match of Legacy. This is their first time being seen. They want to make the best impression they got.
Diving arm drag by Bucks, and you're not wrong. Both these women clearly want something. Sweeping face first. Not entirely sure what to call that, but an impressive maneuver nonetheless. Now Bucks, what is she thinking here? Trying to figure out what her game plan. Double axe handle. You have to think an heiress to a rich company like this probably doesn't have the fundamentals as far as ring awareness down. I'd call what she's been doing mostly thus far as honestly either instinct or dumb luck. But someone like Vivi who has that ring instinct is probably going to do a lot better in the long term. Tornado DDT! Tornado DDT by Bucks, who's just calling her back up. She wants more of Vivi. Now going to the middle rope here. What does she have in mind? Double axe handle to the back of the head. Bucks looking for it one more time. Own all stop. The own all stop. 1, 2, 3.
That match was a classic. You could take that to the bank.
And you know Banks will, or Bucks will rather. Good lord, you've got me all screwed up, Sparks. Regardless, this match was unbelievably impressive and a good showcase of what the IDW women's division means to these women and to everyone else here. We saw this. This is just a thing of beauty. Bucks with this amazing poison Rana from the top rope, no less. We saw both these women just innovate in ways I have not seen before and do things I had not planned on seeing, like this DDT to the floor. This is a division that is going strength for strength every single week, and I am excited to see where these two, as well as the rest of the roster, goes in the future.
Hopefully at least a couple of them come to my bedroom.
For fuck's sake, man.
What? I have interests.
Look, just keep them to yourself from now on, okay? I thought that right there, the Pele kick could have been enough, but it wasn't. It took this, another one, the own all stomp, back of the head. And Bucks wins this in emphatic fashion. Congratulations.
Here is your winner, Kathy Bucks.
powerful win for Kathy Bucks, but do not go anywhere. We have a match I am very excited for. The 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln, takes on Prince Nero. That match is next.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Laurel County, Kentucky, weighing in at 245 pounds. He is the 16th President of the United States of America, Abraham Lincoln.
The great emancipator, the great number 16, making his sophomore outing in IDW, and I am very happy to see him here.
You brought a president, a politician no less, into this arena. Are you madmen? Do you not know the political climate?
Hey, this guy's before all that. He freed the slaves, he's fought vampires, he's here to kick some ass. You show some respect for Abraham freaking Lincoln.
He was born and raised to rule. No one has ever been this cruel. In 1,000 years of aristocracy.
And his opponent, from the island nation of Sotoro, weighing in at 208 pounds, Prince Nero!
Now here's a ruler I can get behind. An honest, bona fide prince.
You prefer a dictator over a president, especially a president who's kicked as much ass as Abraham Lincoln has.
My president, my king, my ruler does not need to do anything special. He just needs to make the right call. And that's what Prince Nero does.
You know, I'm not even going to bother with you, Sparks. This guy is just a complete egotistical jackass from an island nation I have not even heard of before called Sotoro, apparently. But this match is going to certainly be something interesting. A president versus a prince. Battles of royalty. Let's see how this match kicks off. Immediately, the president going right after the prince. Lincoln trying to go what he can here. This match is just turning into a strike fest, it seems. Not a bad idea, though. A strike fest between two politicians. Now, that sounds like something I think a lot of us would want to watch.
How can you defend a president that much? What the hell's this guy done that's worth that much, praise out of you?
You mean besides the fact that Abraham Lincoln has won 200-0 in amateur wrestling matches in his time? We're talking about a man who literally would beat up street criminals, add them to his own security force, and use them as, muscle to help him outweigh other political problems. You talk about badass presidents, Lincoln's got to be in the top 3, if not the number 1, right there next to Teddy Roosevelt, I would think.
Are we ever getting Roosevelt in this ring?
I don't know. I'm not entirely sure if the Bulmas would be okay with it, but you know what? We'll probably, I'll reach out, see if he's willing. Meantime, Lincoln with a kitchen sink knee right into the gut. Nero trying to put a stop to whatever he's got here, waiting his chance here. Avoids the double axe handle. Nero still sporting the jacket. Man is wearing all of his drip, even in the ring.
Yeah, Lincoln's still wearing his suit. What's the point?
Nero off the ropes and a clothesline. Very well done. I suppose you have a point there. Both these men are working their full suits here. They're wearing their full attires. Nothing is skimped here. I would argue Lincoln's a bit more dripped in a proper tuxedo as opposed to the gaudy-looking gold coat that Nero's got.
It's called wearing your wealth, Doc. This man knows what he wants.
Cheap shot in the corner by Nero. That is just disrespectful, especially to the president. Hatch knee strikes into the chest. I mean, yeah, wear your wealth all you want. It also makes you much easier to rob. Can you imagine if someone tried to rob this guy? They'd walk away with thousands.
That's the risk you gotta take. It's the risk you take for looking fabulous.
Whatever. Nero taking full control of this match here. On his shoulders. Backbreaker! Right over his knee. Now heading to the outside here. Lincoln trying to get some sort of respite. Nero not letting that happen. Stomp to the gut. Just walking all over him. No respect from Prince Nero to the president.
A prince does not need to show respect. People need to show respect for a prince.
Why? Because his blood rules?
Exactly. He is God ordained to be a ruler.
A ruler of a small island nation no one's heard of.
Drop kick!
By Nero, although I suppose if a win over the 16th president would put his name on the map. Kick out only at 1. Double axe handle to the ground. Nero is putting everything he's got into every one of these shots, and Lincoln is just taking them. Another clothesline attempt, doesn't even get it. Lincoln now the one in control here, trying to see what he can do. Knee across the back of the neck. We've seen this style from Lincoln before, this slow, methodical style that wears down an opponent, all in preparation for what he's got next. Double axe handle to the chest by the president. Goes for the cover, 1 only. Now trying to get Nero hooked in. What does he have in mind here? Nero breaking out of it. Now going for something of his own. Off the ropes. Power slam! Snap power slam. He was just wiping his hands. No respect for the president who kicks out at 1. 0 respect for Lincoln.
I hope Prince Nero buries this bastard.
Good God, man. Have you no respect for a legend like Lincoln? Nero, though, once again, backstabber! Backstabber right into the cover again. 1, 2 count this time. Nero desperate for a win, trying to get it any way he can by just constant pinfalls. Both men now, strike after strike, open palm strikes to the face by Lincoln. Nero calling for more. Nero's challenging him, saying he wants more. Lincoln happy to oblige, sending blow after blow, clubbing shot to the back of the head. And Lincoln's starting to feel it. He is starting to get in that mojo. Mojo I've seen the president enter only a few times in his career. Dropping him face first into a gourd buster. Covered. Reggie taking his time. 1, not even a 1 count.
Look, I don't like Lincoln, but that was a 2 count at least. Reggie, what the hell were you up to?
Probably daydreaming. He likes to do that. Regardless, Lincoln got Nero up now. What does he have in mind now? Lower. Back body drop. Goes for the cover immediately on that 1, 2, not quite. Nero gets the shoulder up. Lincoln pounding away, driving his head into the mat. Just doing everything he can to try and wear Nero down. Now the Prince got Link. No, Lincoln gets out of it. Back body drop again to avoid whatever that was. Now raining those presidential punches onto the pompous Prince's dome. Lincoln is feeling it. He is feeling some kind of way. And he's got him hooked. 4 score! 4 score. 1, 2, 3. Still doubt the president, Sparks?
Man, God lucky, that's all I'm gonna say. Prince Nero was late for an appointment.
Sure. But I will give credit where it's due. Nero put in a good fight, a good effort, but you can't beat the great emancipator, number 16 himself, Abraham Lincoln, crushing his opponent as he did so many other things. Nero may be tough, but he is no John Wilkes Booth. You can't put a good president down like that.
You know, it's comments like that that's gonna get us uninvited from Prince Nero's yacht party.
He has a yacht party?
Oh, that's right, you've never been, because you're an asshole.
You're the asshole, Sparks. I'm the one who's trying to be honest about things. Regardless, you see right here once again that beautiful 4 score driving him into the mat, securing the win for number 16, Mr. Lincoln.
Here is your winner, Abraham Lincoln!
about that yacht party?
No, you are not invited.
Damn it. It is that time of night, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for our main event, Lone Star Gold on the line. The bombshell Evelyn Parker defends against the silencer Shaga. That is next.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the IDW Lone Star Championship.
The silencer Shaga, having lost the belt 1 week ago, is here to reclaim her gold. You have to imagine a loss like that is going to make this woman upset.
If I've learned anything from comic books, you do not make women angry.
You read comics?
A few here or there.
I didn't take you for a comic nerd. Okay. Regardless, Shaga is here to once again try to reclaim the gold she had just 7 days prior. But you have to think, I mean, given the performance we saw from Parker last week, it's not going to be easy. This is not going to be an easy task for Shaga to complete. Parker has been showing herself countless times now to be the ultimate escape artist. You can't lay a good shot on her because she just gets out of everything. How do you fight someone you can't even hit?
Overwhelm them with pure ferocity. That's your only option.
The new Lone Star champion, Evelyn Parker, making her way down, and you have to imagine she is giddy to be wielding that belt out to the ring tonight. Win or lose, this is a moment you can't take away from her.
Nor can you take away her looks. Damn, she looks good tonight.
Can you just not, please?
Doc, how many years have we been working with each other?
Too many, frankly. Too many, but continue.
You should know by now, none of your opinions matter to me. I will do what I want, when I want.
You have your points, but still, as I said before, Parker is here. She is looking amazing, and she is ready to defend this Lone Star Championship in our main event of the first inaugural episode of Legacy.
Introducing first, the challenger, from New Orleans, Louisiana, Shaga. And her opponent, from Tacoma, Washington, she is the IDW Lone Star Champion, Evelyn Parker!
As this matchup gets ready to get underway, I have to remind all of you of Champion's advantage. Parker does not necessarily need to be pinned or submitted in the ring. She could take a count-out loss in order to retain her belt without even needing to fight Shaga. I don't think she'll go for that, but it's worth bringing up anyway. Collar and elbow tie up to start this matchup. Shaga immediately showing off her power game and a clothesline to put a capper to that. But Parker showing off her athleticism, that split leg toss. One, almost a 2 count already. I don't know if this match is going to be as hyper-competitive as the last one, given both these women are probably still feeling the effects of 7 days prior, but they've both had that chance to recover. Parker in a single-leg crab now, trying to wear down the powerhouse. but Shaga not allowing it. Now off the corner, flapjack! Face first. Nasty work. Still, once again though, Parker showing off that ability to get out of any maneuver, showing her escapism. Moonsault! Springboard up the top rope into moonsault. Very well done. 1 count only.
Both these women are fresh as fresh gets. They're not gonna let themselves be beaten that easily.
Maybe not. Back and forth here. Can't quite decide if they want this in the ring or out. Parker now wrenching the neck, pulling her onto the top rope by her neck, trying to cut off blood flow. We see these a lot tonight, these strike exchanges back and forth. You know these superstars love to test themselves, and Parker winning this exchange for the most part. And a kick right across the jaw ends the exchange with Parker now taking a bow, showing she is in full control here. Kick right into the corner, throwing her around by her legs. Now went for a senton, but Shaga got the knees up. Perhaps playing with her food a little too much.
Success and adulation can make someone get cocky. It makes someone act unlike themselves.
You're not wrong on that one, Sparks. You are not wrong at all. Parker is a woman who has tasted very little success in IDW, and now that she has this belt, it's possible she might just be a bit overly confident in herself now. Still, she's showing amazing heart out there. She's showing just how skilled she can be. Excuse me.
You're really gonna sneeze on air? Are you kidding me? We're live, man. Can you not get your own nasal cavity in order?
It's called a biological function, Spark, something you wouldn't understand. You may be mechanical, but you have to at least understand that we humans have these things called uncontrollable biological functions. I can't control that I sneeze. Top rope drop kick by Parker. Covered off that alone. 1, 2, not quite. Shaga's still alive in this. Now what is Parker thinking? Shaga manages to get out of it, slipping the leg. Now setting into her own modified camel clutch of sorts, trying to submit her. Parker gets out of it immediately. DDT! And, wait, what the hell?
Wait, who is that?
That's Lev's music! The Russian Roughhouse Lev, that's her music, that's her Trons. What the hell's going on? Parker's just as confused as the ref. What is happening here? Shaga taking advantage! On her shoulders! Silence her! 1, 2, no! Parker is still alive, but what the hell was that?
Did the production team have a fuck up back there? Who's drunk? Who out there's been stealing my drinks?
I don't know if that was necessarily a production mistake, Sparks. I'm wondering if Lev may have some involvement in this match somehow. I can't imagine why. She's nowhere near either the women's world title or the Lone Star title at this point. The Alpha Armada haven't even made an appearance at this show, and yet Lev making her presence felt regardless. Parker, what is she thinking here? Hip attack! Hip attack to Shaga. 1, 2, not quite. Shaga's still alive.
You're telling me Lev somehow has something to do with this match? I call crap. I think that was just a production mistake.
Maybe so, but it lasted for a long time. You'd think they would have gotten that fixed sooner. Regardless, Parker to the top rope. Swanton bomb! That could be it. 1, 2, no! Shaga's still alive. Once again, the crowd chanting for women's wrestling. That is what we are seeing. The main event of Legacy. 2 top women of this industry right now duking it out for the Lone Star Championship. Reggie getting in the way of that maneuver allowed Parker to get the Hurricane Rana. Using every bit of her advantage she has. Cross-body attempt. Shaga moved out of the way.
I'm straight up calling the production truck. I'm calling crap. Someone's screwing with us.
You can go ahead and try, Sparks. I seriously doubt the production truck had anything to do with what we just saw. Shaga getting out of whatever that could have been. Forcing her in the corner. Parker gets out of the way. Off the ropes and tried going for something, but didn't quite have enough strength to get it. Hurricane Rana with the punches by Shaga. Very well done. Not known for her athleticism is Shaga, but still busting out a Hurricane Rana, no less.
DDT!
A silencer doing everything she can to keep the bombshell down. Knee drop! Now deadlifting. Got her up on her shoulders. Power slam! Brutal efficiency. Shaga's feeling it. She knows she's got this one at this point. Up on her shoulder. Center of the ring and another power slam.
I called the production truck. They have no idea why that happened. They didn't push any buttons. They didn't do nothing.
So even they don't know. Great. This match is tainted by random nonsense. Shoulder tackle from the top rope. Cover here by Shaga. 1, 2, not quite. Evelyn's still fighting back despite everything in this match so far. She is still fighting and fighting with everything she's got. Hard to say who is going to come out on top here. 1, 2, not quite enough. Both women running on fumes but refusing to back down. The Lone Star title means too much to them. Another senton attempt gets blocked. Shaga had that senton scouted. A drop kick for her troubles. Shaga now on her shoulders. Silence her! 1, 2, 3.
Damn it all! Who did that with the production truck? I want to find names, damn it!
Look, I agree with you, Sparks. Whatever happened there was strange. Lev's music played, but she didn't seem to come out. A distraction perhaps for Parker, but why would Lev want anything to do with Shaga? It feels like the two of them would want to be opposed to each other right now. We see the moment Shaga took the opportunity here, delivering the first of 2 silencers. Brutal powerbomb. Wasn't enough to put Parker away at the time, but it set the ball rolling. A snowball effect that eventually led to her getting the win. But Parker tried everything she could, including this devastating hip attack that almost put Shaga away. But I'm curious as you are, Sparks. This feels very strange. We won't know until later, but for now, revel in the fact that Shaga is now Lone Star Champion once again, reclaiming her title from the Bombshell.
I will revel in nothing. I'm gonna go celebrate. Well, not really celebrate. I'm gonna go mourn, rather, with Parker over a stiff drink.
You're gonna mourn with her? I mean, I don't know if she wants to have a drink with you, but go right ahead, I guess. We see a second silencer, deep pinfall, and that's all she wrote.
Here is your winner and new Lone Star Champion, Shaga!
Controversial end to say the least, but that has been Legacy. I'm Doc Mitchell. This is Sparks. You all have a great night.